On this one, guys, I'm going to show you how to remove old plaster cornice or new plaster cornice, doesn't really matter. How to remove plaster cornice right around the edges here, and plaster ceiling roses, both pretty nice. Do have that mould myself, but yeah, again, I'm going to plaster that up. I'm going to plaster the ceiling after, remove it all and touch the walls up. And this is plaster, solid plaster. I'll show you how I go about removing it and the tools and any wee tricks that I will give you. Three tools probably going to need is a hammer, chisel and a knife. So the knife really is just if you want to try and not damage the wall too much. When you score, most likely it is glued and screwed. I haven't already started, but just to show you how to start it, because you're going to have to start it somewhere. Don't mind about damage the scene a wee bit, because I have to do that. You may actually just need to punch a hole in it and get behind it and pull it. Make it not coming off in bigger bits like that, but there's the screw there if you look closely through the lath. And the lath in this case is a wee bit of hardboard all stripped up. So that's the biggest piece that I've got off. Again, don't forget to take out the screws. Shows you how old this is. They're wee flathead brass screws. So they were done a while ago. And you're going to need to clean that off, guys. A sharp chisel to get that off. And then edges too. Again, it's not exactly rocket science. It off, but you will need specific tools to get it off. Once you get started, it's not just as bad. Well fitted and well made stuff. Canvas in it and laths up the side. And good depth of plaster too. would just be a good time to note. Obviously, gloves and goggles and mask would be excellent PPE, as it can be dusty, stuff can be sharp as well, and obviously stuff can fly off and get into your eyes. So if you should probably bring those things. Also, want to note that this cornice has been made on a mold, or off a run cast. So basically, sorry, it hasn't been off a run cast. There's detail on it, so it's definitely been made off a mold. But basically, if it was a bit older, it possibly could be all the way back to the brick, and it could be run in situ, and that'll be a different video, maybe in the future.
So how to take off the ceiling rods, guys. So most likely glued and screwed as well, but most likely there's going to be screws in the wee areas there. There can be some around the edge as well, but most likely here. So what you're going to want to do, again, slice it all right round. Again, you might have to break this a bit bigger to get them blocks off without turning the electric off. But don't mess with electric if you don't know what you're doing. So I'll probably just break that open a bit bigger so it'll feed up through. Again, if you're trying to take it off in one piece, you really have to take your time chiseling around this edge here. If you're trying to save it, you'd go right around the edges. I'm going to show you. Right around the edges chipping, and then you'd look for them screws. See the screw there? You just take them screws out then. I think you can see that. And so if you unscrewed them, it'll be a lot looser. Again, I'm not trying to save this one because I actually have a mold of it anyway. There's something very close to it. So that one was made completely different than the other one. Made from fiberglass. You can see them wee shards sticking out. So other than being made from canvas, it's very, very strange. You have two of the same place made from yeah. You can see it was glued and screwed Very hard to take off without damaging. Yeah, if you were trying to, you'd just go a bit easier around the edges and really take out all the screws.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
Like and subscribe to Plastering.